The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus departed to the mountain to pray, and he spent the night in prayer to God. When day came, he called his disciples to himself, and from them he chose 12, whom he also named apostles. Simon, whom he named Peter, and his brother Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, the son of Alphaeus, Simon, who was called a zealot, and Judas, the son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who became a traitor. And he came down with them and stood on a stretch of level ground. A great crowd of his disciples and a large number of the people from all Judea and Jerusalem and the coastal region of Tyre and Sidon came to hear him and to be healed of their diseases. And even those who were tormented by unclean spirits were cured. Everyone in the crowd sought to touch him because power came forth from him, and he healed all. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Today we continue with our Gospel reading from Luke. Today in our reading we have two distinct actions taken by Jesus in this 6th chapter of Luke. First, we have Luke's account of the choosing of the 12 apostles. And then secondly, we have Jesus beginning what is normally termed the Sermon on the Plain. Let's look first at the choosing of the 12. First of all, we see that Jesus goes up on the mountain. Now, it doesn't say which mountain. However, who's the first person that comes to mind whenever we hear about someone going up on the mountain? Moses. Moses goes up on Mount Sinai. He prays, talks to God, comes down and addresses who? The 12 tribes of Israel. Jesus goes up on the mountain, prays, talks to God, comes down and addresses who? Not the 12 tribes. Jesus is ushering in the new Exodus. The Exodus prophesied by Isaiah. He establishes a new 12, not 12 tribes, but 12 apostles. Now, take note of that title change. Jesus comes down and addresses his disciples. These are his followers, people who have heard and believed. And from this group, he chooses 12 apostles. Apostles mean one who is sent. It is clear that Jesus has a mission in mind for these 12, separate and apart from those who are disciples. These 12 would become his inner circle, whom he would teach in preparation for sending them out to teach all nations. In a very real way, Jesus was laying the foundation of the church with these 12 men. Notice, of course, that Simon, who he named Peter, is first, the first leader of the church, the first pope. With his apostles chosen, Jesus comes down to a level stretch of ground to teach his apostles, his disciples, and a large number of people. The interesting part about this is that the crowd is made up of both Jews and Gentiles. Tyre and Sidon were cities in the Decapolis, 10 Greek cities north of Judah. In a very real way, Jesus is foreshadowing the mission he is going to send the apostles out on, to take the good news to all the nations, including the Gentiles. Luke tells us that they came to hear and to be healed. My brothers and sisters, for almost 2,000 years, just like the Jews and the Gentiles on that plain, Jesus has been drawing people to himself. His words have the power to teach us and to heal us. His words from the Bible can teach us if we make time to read it. His words of absolution can heal us if we make time to go to confession. Unlike the people in our reading today, we do not have to travel to some arid plain in the Middle East to encounter Jesus. We just need to make time.